Hello guys, and welcome to a personal favourite of mine. This is Virtual Pool for MS-DOS. Now this game ruined my childhood. Got me into so much trouble in school. We had these on floppy disks and they were constantly getting taken off us. It was spread around the school like a virus. But this is one of the best, well, it probably still is one of the best pool games, full stop. Now I know this is the first game in the series, but and the games did get better, but even when you ramp up the resolution, this is a very good game. Now, people who played any snooker or pool games before, you would have been used to things like was it Archer McLean or Jimmy White Whirlwind Snooker. Now this just broke the mould. It uses a proper 3D physics engine, and it was one of the first PC games, well, PC pool games rather, to use a fully mathematical and real-time physics. And the balls are true 3D spheres. They're not sprites. There's proper spin on you. There's friction of the cloth, bounce off the cushion, spin decay, all sorts. You can raise the butt of the cue. But I'll set a quick game up now. Let's have a look here. We'll play a computer player. We'll play 9-ball. Let's have a middle of the range opponent. Cautious clay. So for 1995, this game was the absolute beast. Now what's good about it, although the 486s were sort of mainstream at the time, I had a 486 SX33. The DX was out at the time. It had the math coprocessor, which is why I couldn't play Quake when it came out. But this ran really well on a 386. It just blew me away. So we'll have a game now against Cautious Clay. Now probably don't need to tell you the rules. You've got to hit the lowest number ball on the table. That's the number 1 in front of us. And that number 9 that's in the middle of the pack there, as long as if that goes down after you've hit the lowest ball, you win. So with this you could put side on it, backspin, topspin, raise the butt of the cue. I mean, we're in aiming mode at the minute, but if we go to shoot mode, that's where I'm aiming. That was just brilliant. That was absolutely phenomenal. And the sounds were very good as well. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And proper real-time 3D rendering. This was advanced for 1995. You know, often mistaken for pre-rendered graphics, which it's not. It's all done in real time. And I think the free roaming camera, was the icing on the cake. But what also was good about this as well, I used to play a lot of snooker with my friends in school. And it worked out that I could learn positioning for the cue ball by using this game, and it really did help my snooker game, especially my safety play. So obviously we could pot this blue now into the corner, but my sort of snooker brain now, I just want to try and snooker him behind something. So I'm going to put a little bit of right hand side on. So I'm going to try and thread this cue ball between the orange and the purple there, and try and get it behind the green somewhere. And it's all analog movements with the power on this cue, look. Oh. Well, there we are. I achieved what I wanted to do, and I said I was going to get that cue ball behind the green, but I really didn't want to pot that ball. So now I've snookered myself for the red. This is still exciting. Oops. Even playing this now. It's absolutely brilliant. And it runs really well under DOSBox, which is what I'm running it. So I'm going to try and get that 9 in by glancing off this 3 onto the 9. Yes. Perfect. So, and it really did help my game. It's only recently I've started getting back into playing snooker and a tiny bit of pool. And learning about the aiming and where balls are going to land, and this game really, I came on in leaps and bounds. So, and this went like wildfire around our school. I'm just going to finish this frame off. I know it's got a match goal of 5, but I think I'm good enough to beat him. So the next ball is the number 4, the purple one. So I'm going to put a bit of right hand side on to make sure that the ball doesn't come too far up the table. It'll straighten out. Let's see. Oh, I think he's in a bit of trouble now. Right. So I think this is what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and get this white ball behind that brown. So up and down the table for the purple, and then behind the brown for the cue ball. Well, it might have done that if I hadn't have careered into it. Oh. And I know a lot of people that used to actually try and plan trick shots with this game before actually setting them up on a real table just to see if they'd work. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, look at that. So I think you can press O for overhead view. Yes, you can. Ah, what a shot, eh? So I'm going to bring the butt of the cue up and a bit of left hand side so you can swerve around. Oh. Ooh, delightful. Let's have a look. I think there's a replay function if you press R. Oh, I certainly did not mean to do that, but I'll take it. Oh, delightful shot. Absolutely delightful. So I've now got to, after the orange, I've now got to get up there for the brown. So I'm going to put a lot of topspin on it. Get that ball up the table. And hopefully to the right hand side of that brown. Not hard enough. Not hard enough at all. So I think just a basic cut in there. And try and get that black into the middle pocket. No. Oh, disaster. Absolute disaster. I think I'm going to have to go for it. We're going to have to go for this cannon. So let's turn it round. Ugh. Oh! Oh dear. Nice. Fantastic. Brilliant. So I definitely would recommend you try this if you like playing pool. I mean, this was one of my earliest entries into Q Sports, apart from Jimmy White, and I did have Steve Davis snooker on the ZX Spectrum. Certainly wasn't 3D. That was a top-down game, but this really is ramped up now. And I think I did buy Virtual Pool 3. I'm not sure if that was the one that was called Virtual Pool Hall. Might have been the second one. But every time they released the newer one in the franchise, it seemed to get better and better. But have a go. And there's other games on here as well. So you can play straight pool, which you get 1 point for every ball you pot, and I think you're going to get 150 points. So when you pot you're down to 1 ball left on the table, they'll re-rack the balls, and you just keep going and going till someone gets 150 points. 8 ball is the spots and stripes, or if you're in the UK like I am, reds and yellows. 9 ball is the one we played, and rotation, I think, got to pot them in order, I think, and I think you get points related to the ball. So the 1 ball you'd get 1 point for, 2 for the 2, 3 for the 3, and so forth. And I think there's a number of points you've got to get. Is it 20 or 18 or something? But yeah, this is Virtual Pool now. Make sure you play it. Oh, sorry, looking at the bottom there, 61 points you got to get. But that's Virtual Pool, and best game ever. So make sure you download it, or at least try and play it somehow. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.